2 or 3 years ago, I did a goofy little segment about my all-time favorite TV moms ahead of Mother's Day, such as, Marie Barone from Everybody Loves Raymond, Peg Bundy from Married with Children, Edith Bunker, of course, from All in the Family, Samantha from Bewitched, etc., etc. Well, with Father's Day 2024 fast approaching, I thought I'd take a look back at some of my favorite TV dads from the last 60 plus years. So many to choose from. Among drama series, well, these are 8 that immediately come to mind for me. I should mention these 8 TV dads are listed in no particular order. And in all honesty, I haven't even watched Succession, but from all of the awards the show has won and the clips I've seen, it's obvious that Brian Cox's Logan Roy, the family patriarch, is a great character. I loved the 7 other shows and the characters listed here, even though the 2 at the top of the list, Tony Soprano and Walter White, while good dads, were not exactly great human beings. Oh well, moving on. Here are 8 more, and what these 8 dads all have in common is they're all animated. I was a big fan of both the Flintstones and the Jetsons as a kid, so yeah, Fred and George had to make my list. If I had to pick favorites, though, it would probably be Peter Griffin of Family Guy, Hank Hill of King of the Hill, or Homer Simpson. You got to have Homer on the list, right? Now, you may find this hard to believe. Okay, maybe not, but I was around in the 1960s when a lot of these terrific sitcoms were what we had to watch on television. Things like, My Three Sons, The Andy Griffith Show, The Dick Van Dyke Show, Leave It to Beaver, The Beverly Hillbillies, all classics. And most of them had some pretty memorable dads. And thanks to channels like MeTV and Catchy Comedy, you can still watch most or all of them pretty much daily. Good list here, I would think. Who didn't love Sheriff Andy Taylor and Jed Clampett? And yeah, I had to put both Herman Munster and Gomez Addams on my list as well. Of course, the absolute longest list of TV dads would be those from sitcoms from the last 50 or so years. A half century of memorable shows and memorable dads, too. The list I'm putting up right here doesn't even mention characters like Danny Tanner of Full House, Carl Winslow of Family Matters, or Uncle Phil from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, because, believe it or not, I didn't watch any of those shows. I know, shame on me. But look at the many unforgettable dad characters that are listed, including many who were really secondary characters on the show. Frank Costanza of Seinfeld, Martin Crane of Frasier, Mr. C from Happy Days, and yeah, Frank Barone on Everybody Loves Raymond. Most of the others were the lead characters and legendary dads on these sitcoms. Fred Sanford, Cliff Huxtable, and yes, I'm aware of the whole Bill Cosby mess, but I had to put his iconic character on the list. Frank Gallagher of Shameless, and the great Al Bundy of Married with Children fame. Very difficult to try to rank these guys 1 through 10 or whatever, so I'm not even going to try. Some of them were great fictional dads, others maybe not so terrific parents, but they did provide us lots of entertainment. And, oh yeah, happy Father's Day, everybody.